For a long time it's been a battle in the high-performance sports sedan segment between the BMW M3, the Cadillac ATS-V, the Audi RS4 and the Mercedes-Benz AMG C63. All bring remarkable performance without compromising the day-to-day luxury. But now there is a new kid on the block, the new Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. The Alfa definitely found a way to make the Quadrifoglio stand out.
How does the Alfa feels? It's just a brilliant car. I'm driving the car in dynamic mode and it's just fantastic. And sounds very good. Nice downshifts. Such a deep V6. So let's talk about this engine and what makes this car so special. It's a 2.9 liter V6 twin turbocharged, producing 505 brake horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 600 Newton meters of torque between 2,500 and 5,500. 0 to 100 in 3.9 seconds. Listen to that. Gonna put the back windows so you can hear the exhaust. The transmission is 8-speed ZF transmission and it's very snappy and really responsive. This engine was made by Ferrari, based on the previous California, which was an 8-cylinder, but this one is a 6-cylinder. But you can feel how racy, how responsive it is. It's very Ferrari-ish in a sense. And you can see those huge pedal shifter, they're fixed on the column, not on the steering wheel. And they feel fantastic. You can change the gear and it's easy to reach. Actually, those are the best pedal shifter in the market for a 4-door sedan for sure. And the car sounds brilliant. Very nice sound. Listen to that. Steering wheel is just from a different planet. I mean, it's so precise. It's so precise and so good. And there's so much feedback and it's so natural. Love this car so far, man. It's amazing. Well done, Alfa Romeo. Such a deep growl V6, and when you shift the gear, it does this bang sound. Downshift is super aggressive, super responsive. The whole car is just, connected to the driver. Let's talk about the exterior now, guys. From the front, the car looks really nice. The shape of the bonnet and the two opening there, it makes it very aggressive. I really like it. The lights and the shape of the lights with the day running light LED here. You have basically the main light here. It's Alfa Romeo logo there. Beautiful shape. nice shape of the, of the bumper. Guys, this is the first car ever to have active aerodynamics on the front bumper on this kind of size of the car. It opens based on the cooling that it needs to make the engine colder and, give more power to the car. And that carbon fiber that's integrated, it's just beautiful, and you don't need to put any parts. You just order it and that's it. You have the full package. Of course, the hood is made from carbon fiber and the roof, and it's not visible. It's painted. It makes the car even lighter. Alfa Romeo engineers nailed it with the weight distribution. 50% from the front, 50% from the back. Of course, the engine is here in the front and it's rear-wheel drive. From the side, the car looks unbelievable nice. Such a beautiful design. I really like it. The roof, it's a bit sloppy going there. You have that shark tail going all the way down to that integrated huge spoiler for aerodynamics, of course. Now, you can see the two lines, one next to the door handler there, all the way from the front next to that side grille and the Quadrifoglio badge. Now, the car looks kind of straight there, a little bit inwards. You have the nice side skirt, and the way they integrated the side skirt is just fantastic. It's different from all the other cars. It doesn't go all the way, to the back. It doesn't start from the real front, and it's kind of wide. It makes the car much wider than it is. Plus, the actual side of the car is a bit, going outwards, and it's made from beautiful design carbon fiber. Fantastic. The mirrors are okay. They are actually fixed on the, not on the door. The side mirrors, they are regular Giulia. I wish, Alfa Romeo integrated or designed something special for the Quadrifoglio. Of course, you all recognize the famous four-leaf from Quadrifoglio history. That, opening from the side, it looks fake to me, unlike the M cars, unfortunately. But anyhow, let's move to the front wheels. First thing, you recognize the shape of that rim. It's kind of, cool. There's better options out there, but this one, it actually matched the contrast with the, the color of the car. The brake calipers, they are in red. They look fantastic with the black color and the silver rims. The tires are 245, 35, 19, ZR, of course. They are made from Pirelli Corsa. From the back, the tires look really, really bulky. There's a lot of rubber there. They make the actual car looks even bigger because they are pointing outwards. The shape of the back and the rims, the big tires, of course, in the back. It makes the car like you are putting spacing or something, and this is just a stock. I don't think you need spacing for this car, which is amazing. The size of the wheels, 285, 30, 19, of course, they are very sticky. I love those rubber, one of the best. From the back, the car looks the best, from my opinion. Huge fenders, you can see the wheel coming out. They are 285, but there's a lot of rubber, and the shape of the car is going inwards. It makes the car even, bigger than it is. Unbelievable, beautiful integrated spoiler made from carbon fiber, very nice. Beautiful integrated lights on the fender and the bonnet. I like the shape. You have the Alfa Romeo badge there and Giulia. Such an iconic car to be back. I'm very happy to see this car is back. Now, the most aggressive part is definitely the diffuser and the dual exhaust on each side. The quad exhaust, the shape of the exhaust, the size of the exhaust, and that massive diffuser made from matte plastic. I don't know if you can order that in carbon package. It's probably the best diffuser integrated in any sedan for now. Unbelievable. I love the back so much. Brakes, they seem a little bit weird at the beginning. They're very touchy, but you will get used on them very fast. Nice sound. It's just amazing. It's so alive. The steering wheel, I mean, it dominates the whole experience. The engine with the steering wheel feedback and the sound, it's just a magnificent car. It doesn't drive like any other sedan on the market. And you can see the heritage of Alfa Romeo and Ferrari there. Let's put it in race mode. I'm sorry about that noise. After 120, that's a speed limit, and I cannot disable it from here. I tried. It have to be done from the company, and this is not my car. They're not gonna do it for me. In race mode, the car feels more alive, more responsive. The exhaust flaps opens more, and it's louder, and the gearbox even harder. The steering wheel, I believe it's the same. Feature only available in race mode. It enabled the suspension to be on the hardest settings. It's here in red. If you press on it when it's race mode, it goes to the mid damper active, so it's like a medium hard. Kind of bumpy now, but it absorbs the bumps and the roads so well. In the suspension, the hardest settings, the car absorbs the bumps very well. It kind of bounces, but there's no body roll, so it's so planted to the ground, glued to the ground. I mean, there's not too much rubber because that's a Ferrari Alfa Romeo way as well. 245, 30, 19 inches, and 285, 30, 19 inches on the back. So the back is kind of wide and thick, but in the front, it's just a regular tire. But you don't need it because the feedback of the steering wheel, they don't want to have too much rubber because that takes a lot from the experience from enjoying the road and feeling the road. And they nailed it. Suspension is brilliant. Blind spot, based on my seating position, it's not the best. There is a pillar there that blocks your way, so you have to be careful. The blind spot assist is there, but it's difficult to see. It's a very small triangle on the edge, top edge of the mirror, basically. The steering wheel is absolutely fantastic. I've heard a lot about it, I've read a lot about it, but you need to really drive the car yourself to feel how precise is the steering wheel. Just fantastic. It's not just precise, the feedback that we get from the driver is so enjoying. You don't care anymore about all the interior, about the head-up display, about different technology that you have inside the car. All your main focus and interest is driving and driving and driving. And there's no way to adjust the steering wheel from normal, let's say, to sport, to hardest setting, sport plus or race mode. It's just one setting. Whether you have it in DNA, which is dynamic, normal, and efficient mode, and the race mode, so you can adjust the car how it behaves, how it feels, how it drives, but steering wheel remain the same because Alfa Romeo believe that this is how it's supposed to be, and we're gonna keep it, standard in all different modes. I agree with that. I mean, I understand that, but it would be nice to have a button there to make it harder, when you're driving in efficient mode, or to make it, let's say, more racy. At all times. I mean, it would be nice if you have, configuration button there, like the AM card, like the AMG, like the Audi. At least maybe from the settings, if there's no way to have it there in the central console, it will be nice. Because some people have different, opinion about the steering wheel. And also when you drive the car on the highway, you probably need it, a little bit more hard because you don't want to turn too much the steering wheel for changing direction. And you want to keep it the lightest when you drive on the curvy road, mountain road. But anyway, it's just to get used on that. And when you put the car in race mode, it turn off the traction control. You see a light there, and the autonomous emergency brake as well. There is another light. This is the best settings to drive the car. becomes super alive. Steering is so precise, planted, the car is grippy. There's a slight lag at the beginning because the torque starts up high to 1500. Let's hear the exhaust again. Absolutely fantastic. Downshift is super quick like this. To start the car, you press on that beautiful design Ferrari like, you know, button on the steering wheel, and you put your leg on the gas at the same time. Now the interior is really nice. This is the full package actually. It's green and white stitching. You have a nice leather there. The screen is very well integrated with the dash. There's like a nice shelf there on top of the AC vents, which I don't really like the middle ones so much. They are like a bit strange for me, but those are round as the one you see on the AMG. The steering wheel is Alcantara on top and somehow on the, you know, on the side where you grip them on the 9 and 3 angle. It's made from leather there, not the softest leather, but it's, you know, carbon fiber as well. That's an option. Pedals are just fantastic. They are so well integrated and so long, and even the plus and minus, it's not the, you know, they did not put a sticker or something. They just, you know, dig a hole there with the plus and minus. They're very well built. This is one of my favorite parts, the steering wheel, the shape of that steering wheel. I wish it's a bit thicker like the M car. I kind of get used, but don't get me wrong, this is still fantastic steering wheel. The seats are the regular seats. They are very comfortable, 14-way adjustable, you know, and 4-way for the lumbar support, and even the side buster. They are heated as well. They're not ventilated, which is fantastic. Also, the steering wheel is heated. You can just press it here once, and you have only one option for that. You can always get the sports bucket seats. They are made from Recaro, and they cost a little bit more than that, but they are lighter. The gear lever, it's a bit plasticky, but the shape of it is very similar to the regular BMW cars, older cars. First thing you realize, the nice integration of the leather, the carbon fiber, and, you know, hard plastic unfortunately here. To control all the windows buttons on the door here, you can turn it off. This is for the mirror, lock and unlock. Nice carbon fiber there. Solid doors, and the handler is pretty nice. Sound system from Harman and Kardon, it's pretty good. Small compartment to put some storage right there. You can put the sunglasses, small bottle of water, another big speaker. The brake and the gas pedals, they're made from aluminium and nice grippy stuff. The speedometer is still analog. You have the RPM on the left side and the speed basically on the right side. You have the nice Alfa Romeo badge right there. The fuel range, basically it's still LED, very close to the C-Class. Nothing much, there's just a couple of information you can change. A G accelerator there, the lights are here. The lights are here as well. Turn off the function for automatic off function, always off for sure, otherwise when you stop the car will turn off automatically. You can adjust the lights or you can keep them automatic. The controls on the steering wheel you have here for the cruise control, you can reset it here. You can set it up and down, and this one to lower the speed. It's a dynamic cruise control. Alfa Romeo badge there. It's not colored, it's just regular silver. But the airbag is so big. I wish it's not even included there. It's too big. Nice shape. Very nice, you know, carbon fiber here. Alcantara. On the other side, to place calls, enter the calls, voice command, the volume, and the change channels of different function. Nothing much happening here in the interior. Now Now the main screen is, you know, it's a nice menu, very easy actually. If you go back to the main screen, you just have to press on the menu here and option. You can use that knob to go left, up, right, or back, and you can press here. You know, it doesn't have the function to write down on it like the other cars. The volume knob, nice quality. So it's very simple. You have the radio, different channels, you can select them, you can save them. You have the media, you can connect your phone basically to play some music, or you can still put like old CDs. This one is synchronized with your phone in order to place call, receive calls, stuff like that. The graphics are fine, they are not the best, but they are okay, you know. I don't mind them, honestly. So you can zoom in and out basically. You have to press on every sub-menu in order to go through it, which is the only, you know, annoying stuff. Favorite settings and the recent settings, and just to browse the map. There's a couple of apps there. I'm not really familiar if those are basically could be downloaded. Such a cool function that a lot of the companies, they have the user manual now inside the car, so you don't have to have it in the hard copy. The efficient drive, it gives you different information for how much you spent, you know, how much you've been driving the car, how much you've been consuming. Very nice feature. Settings, you can control the lights. There's different function. Headlight sensor, follow me, flashlight with lock, interior ambient lighting, just you can turn off the high beam or on. You can restore the settings, different languages you can select as well, clock and time, safety. Here you have the speed limiter. I turn it off as I mentioned, but it's still bumping. You can set up the speed limiter based on your preference, but you cannot turn it off, so it's useless. Blind spot assist, or monitor and keep it on. Driver assistance, you have the parking sensor. The volume, put it low or medium. The rear view camera, it's kind of simple, straight to the point, which is okay. The AC dual, you know, zone basically to make it colder and to make it hotter. It's just a knob. 3 different zone, you know, all this different AC function. Seats are heated, so you have 3 settings. Very nice feature. And the steering wheel as well, 1 function, but still heated. The cup holder cover is made from carbon fiber and it's very, very solid and very well built. I really like it. You have 1 USB charger there. The cup holder a bit small and they don't really adjust, just they had the grippy part. Lots of plastic there. I wish the material was a little bit better built. You know, they're trying to integrate so many things. You know, they could do it better, honestly, if you include more leather, more softer materials. This is the best function so far because you can put it in efficient mode and also display changes. Normal mode, also display, it becomes blue. Red is dynamic, which is very sporty, and you have the G meter basically there. And to press race, you have to press a little bit harder on the right. The exhaust open automatically, you know. You have the, you know, it eliminated in red. As you can see, you have the suspension, the hardest settings. If you press it on it, it will go to mid damper basically. Automatic parking here. Compartment, you have wireless charging. From the back, there's nothing much really, guys, apart from the seats. You can put 3 people, but I would say 2. The roof, it's pretty good, not so bad. The visibility, it's okay because of the shape of the car. The central mirror, it's not frameless, and even to move it, it's just not so good, you know. It doesn't feel so good, it feels very cheap. You have the option here at least for auto dimming. Lights LED, and here the plastic is kind of not very good, honestly. You know, I use this actually run to test drive the speed of the cars that I review on my channel, and this is the first time I do 169 on that run right there. Just to show you how much the car is pretty good and aggressive. Listen to that. The car is so grippy as well, and so easy to change direction, and so nimble. Unbelievable, and the speed is just unrealistic. And those pedals, there's so much feedback, and they click and they're fast. I would definitely get the ceramic brakes, man, because these ones, they can't really handle the power of this car. They're still good though, but I want more. They definitely do not match the speed and the power of that engine. Mercedes sounds the best compared to both, but you know, the steering wheel doesn't give you so much feedback. It's kind of numb. You know, most of the Mercedes cars, they don't have a good steering wheel these days with the electronic steering wheel. This one, it have the best steering wheel, as I said, for any sports sedan ever made. It even competes with the supercar. You know, the way that it drives with the steering wheel feedback, and how precise it is, how nimble it is, even the grip, you know, from that beautiful shape, and the pedals, it's the whole combination makes this car absolutely brilliant. And it sounds savage. And it shifts so good too. And this car is super light compared to different competitors, as the M3 C63 and the others. 1,524 kilograms compared to the competition package M3, which is 1,560. That's a lot of weight difference. The reduction of the weight comes from the carbon fiber, you know, bonnet and the roof. Also, there is carbon fiber aerodynamics, appendixtures, and drive shaft. So the car, there's a lot of technology and engineers and designs to make that car light, super balanced. You can see there's a lot of different perspective. The engineers put a lot of work to make this car as light as possible, as fast as possible, as strong as possible. 2.9 liter V6, and you have that much power and that much torque from those twin turbos. That's unbelievable. Plus it drives so good. So what do you think about this car compared to the M3 M4 C63? As mentioned a bit earlier when I was driving, you know, it depends what you want really in the market. Let's be realistic, you know, the numbers don't lie. This is the fastest car on the Nürburgring compared to the rest. Also, it's the cheapest, $80,000 to $85,000, $90,000. You know, compared to the M4, you will get it starting from $100,000, and the C63S starting from $110,000 or $115,000. So there's a lot of value for the money, and you have so much performance and looks and speed. So this is just a brilliant car. Alfa Romeo, they came back after 25 years, you know, of heritage, of beautiful and strong history in their sports lineup. I mean, don't forget, this company now, they invested $8 or $9 billion, and they brought a lot of engineers from Ferrari to do their work with the engine and different compartment as well. You're just gonna be owning this car only as a daily driver. The M3 and M4 are more comfortable. Obviously, the M3 is going to be a little bit more comfortable because of the 4-door and the extra space. The C63 sedan as well, but I don't like the sedan much. I mean, I like it, but I prefer the coupe. So the M3 competition will be the best daily driver for sure. Of course, you can still daily drive this car. It's comfortable. You can adjust different function, you know, you can put an efficient mode and the softest setting of the damping, you know, and the transmission in automatic, and you don't feel anything. but because it lacks some of the features and technology, you know, and if you really care about that navigation extra, you know, iDrive, Apple CarPlay, I know it's gonna be integrated soon. The navigation is not so good, the display, there's a couple of 360 view, etc. So if those things bothers you and you care about it, I believe you should go with the BMW and the M4. Now if you're just an AMG guy and you like a lot the sound of the C63, I don't blame you, it's just a beautiful sound. You don't have to rev the car all the way or press it, you can drive low speed on lower gears, you know, and a little bit of touch on the gas, and the car will sound amazing. Also you have the function to press the button and open the valves anytime you want, and you don't have to put in the race mode or sports plus mode. The M4 is not the best in all the world, but it's just the best combination. It's the best package for me, you know. It does all the different things so good. Hopefully you like this video. Don't forget please to subscribe, like my video, and see you next time, man.